Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Bevan. I am not just the teacher at Illing Middle School, but I'm its athletic director and have been for the last uh, 7 years. Um, this usually is a time of year where we're celebrating our athletes with our athletic night. Um, where it involves a lot of planning by myself and the coaches here at Illing. But unfortunately, as you know, not only did we lose our athletic night and we've lost our spring season, but it does not take away from the fact that we still had a great number of student athletes participating in both our fall and winter sports programs, and we want to take the time to celebrate them, and also to remember that we are also a school of athletics that go from fall through spring. But what you're about to see is just a quick video to introduce our 2 seasons. I've prepared a little slideshow for you highlighting our student athletes and their accomplishments on the field and on the court this year. So, first of all, I want to just take a couple moments to thank some people. And that starts with parents, um, student athletes. Make sure you take the time to thank your parents for all the support, the time to picking you up from practice, making sure you have your equipment necessary for practices and games, and being at games, supporting your kids on those nice days or in the fall, or on those rainy days in the fall, cold days in the winter. Going out, getting those medical forms, making sure your kids have everything they need. And support you give to athletics. Thank you, parents. Thank you, athletes, for the time you put into practice to prepare for your seasons. Um, and as the athletic director, I want to take a few moments and look at the coaching staff at Illing, and it's quite a, I'd say, an outstanding group of coaches that I've ever had the privilege of working with. Having coached myself, I know what it entails. Our fall coaches were all new this year to the program. That started with our cross country team, who was coached by Mrs. Amy Dugan, new to Illing this year. Brought a lot of energy and spirit to the team in her coaching, and she was assisted by Mrs. Kappa. Um, our boys soccer team was coached by a former Illing student, Illing player, Manchester High student and player, Miles Hurley. Did a great job with the boys in his first year coaching. And especially when we were kind of looking and scraping around, finding a coach to run the program. He stepped up, as did our girls coaches, both staff members at Illing. Ms. Tia Selvinsky Jones and Mr. Patrick Biggins coached the girls soccer team. I want to thank them all for the time and effort they put in with their players all year. Our winter coaches were first starting with girls basketball. Mr. Brian McCarthy, who's been a mainstay of Illing athletics, I guess, for the last 12 years. And he was, I want to say, assisted or co-coached with Mr. James Coughlin, another mainstay of the Illing athletic program, a Manchester product. They work together quite well in providing a solid program and learning experience for our girls. Wrestling, I guess another mainstay of the program, Mr. Montgomery and Mr. Patton, the last names of generals, quite the leaders, and did a really great job running our wrestling program this year. And also our cheer program. That always seems, every year it seems to be, we need another coach. We didn't have cheer in the fall, but thanks to Miss Chelsea Constantino, she took the program over for the winter season. Unfortunately, she had to give up the position towards the end of the season. But our cross country coach, Mrs. Dugan, stepped up and did a great job carrying the team the rest of the way. And thank you, all the coaches, for doing that. Boys basketball, more mainstays of the program. Brandon Waterman, another Manchester guy, assisted by a former player of mine, Mr. Tylon Smith Jr. They worked very well with their student athletes. A lot of excitement in the both the boys and girls basketball programs as they continued their winning ways. So again, thank you, coaches, for all you did this year. And as we move on, I look forward to starting the fall season with athletics. So, what you are about to see right now is a slideshow just showing your sons or daughters, your student athletes in their various sports. Hopefully, we got. I don't know. I'm almost sure we didn't get all of them, but we hopefully did get a great number of them participating in their sport. So after this long, boring video is over, you can look at some great shots of your kids in action this year. I look forward to the start of the new school year and the start of Illing athletics, as I have for the last 36 years. So hope you enjoy the video, and I wish you all, our student athletes, our 8th graders, best of luck at MHS. More to compete. And our 7th graders moving up. Look forward to seeing you back next year. Thank you, and have a great summer.